team pulled ahead there, what, 3 points, maybe 4 points after being down by 12. Why? What happened in there to prevent them from either holding on to what they were ahead or just what happened the last couple of
Well, I mean, obviously what happened was they were 2 for 18 from 3, and they made 3 in a row. I mean, they made shots. We didn't make shots. We had Dennis ISO'd, couldn't get him the ball, didn't get him the ball. They stole it. They make a hard 3 to tie the game, and we don't get Dennis the ball on an ISO, and he was scoring it pretty good. They come down, make another 3. Now we're down 3. Then we got a back cut and miss a layup, and it happens. I mean, I'm not blaming Truck. I thought Truck really tried to win. I mean, he didn't force things. I thought he tried to win. He doesn't make the layup, and they come down, they hit another 3. That's what happened. They made plays we didn't.
Doesn't Truck take some shots though, Bobby, even though
No, Jack, he can't force shots. He's never made shots forcing them. He's never made shots forcing them. Him not making shots. I mean, Jack, honestly, we're up 3. We're up 3 with him getting the ball to other people, and he's the guy really who got the ball inside for us.
Coach, they're very good defensively, but the first half was it their defense. You didn't shoot well. Did you get shots you wanted, just didn't make them? How did it work?
They shorten the game. Anybody can hold people to low numbers when you shorten the game. That's been Mike's strategy. I mean, it's good. It's good strategy for them. They're going to run clock down, and then they ball screen, and they surround you with shooters, and it's hard to get help. And Cooley does a great job keeping the ball alive for him. And he gets 12 rebounds, 21 points and 12 rebounds. I mean, he dominated us inside. You know, you can have a pretty good defensive team if you hold the ball on offense, numbers-wise. And I'm not saying they're not good. They are. Mike does a great job. I mean, does an absolutely great job. But when you shorten the game that much, you're not going to score a lot of points.
I can say holding the ball, something you guys again are guilty of on offense, is not moving it and kind of getting stationary.
The truth is, and I just told them in there, so I'm not telling you anything I didn't tell them. The truth is, we got a whole bunch of guys who would never played if we had, if we hadn't had all the problems that we had with, have 3 guys returning. They wouldn't have played. And I told them, yeah, you had a wonderful opportunity. The problem is we still need to win. And with that opportunity to play comes responsibility. You have to know what you're doing. I mean, it's frustrating when I sit in there and say, here's where we're going to run, here's where you go, and then you got a guy who runs out there not in the right place, or we dribble to the wrong side of the floor. And it's happened all year.
Did Truck do right not refusing shots in the second half?
Yeah, Bob, I mean, he didn't have any. They did a really good job on him. But Bob, we're up 3. I mean, we're up 3, and they make 3 big shots. I mean, they missed that 3. We come down and score. We probably win the game. They didn't miss them. And then after they make the first 3, we throw it away. And they come down and make another 3. Those weren't easy shots. But they weren't forced shots. But they weren't easy shots.
You get some of the 2-3s that you played in previous games. You had somebody at the high post trying to split the guards a lot and get there. It didn't seem like as much of that tonight.
We threw it where we threw it where we wanted to throw it in the second half. We didn't in the first half.
Just directly into the post. That was there.
Where else did we score? I mean, I think we scored about 4 or 5 consecutive times, and we threw it on a block 4 or 5 consecutive times. And it didn't matter whether they were playing man or zone, we still threw it on a block. So we threw it where we wanted to throw it. I mean, the time we didn't throw it where we wanted to throw it was the time we threw it away. We're trying to, you know, when Truck had it on the top.
Well, I don't think you subbed the second half to the very end. Is that because we were talking about going the wrong way out of huddles or the wrong stuff and just kind of reach the point you didn't want that in?
You know, I don't know, Mike. You know, I'm used to. I just told them in there that this, and maybe I'm too much this way, but I know how much this means to our people. I know how much this means to people in the state of West Virginia. And it's not that you don't lose, but my God, I mean, the ball's on the floor, dive on it. Not going to get hurt. You know? Listen, if you haven't made a shot in 3 weeks, maybe you ought to get in the gym. Maybe you ought to get in the gym on your own. We're only allowed to practice so much time. Why don't you get in the gym on your own and shoot the ball? I mean, we got guys that, let's be honest, we got guys made 4 or 5 shots in the last 3 weeks. Some of them made 4 or 5 shots for the year, and they're jacking threes. You didn't see John Flowers doing that. I just don't want to go through their head sometimes.
Anything else?
How about Louisville, Bob? Talk about that a little
No, they're good. They're good. They got great players. Rick's a great coach. They're talented, and they got a whole bunch of them. I mean, he's got 2 walk-ons that are pretty good now. Kyle Kirk's pretty good. He's a pretty good walk-on. I mean, he's got a bunch of guys. He's got a bunch of guys, and he plays a bunch of guys.
Are they doing anything lately? They've won these 5 or 6 in a row that they weren't doing earlier that you've seen?
No, not really. They're making shots. They're making shots, and they're doing a better job. I mean, he can coach. You know, they're doing a better job. They're doing a better job of covering in a 2-3. Playing a lot of 2-3. I think they probably haven't got a spread. You know, they'll still press you, but it's not for 40 like it was sometimes.
Chuck didn't score, but he had 8 assists, 1 turnover. It's not fair to him to say he didn't play well, is it?
No. Truck tried to win, Bob. Truck. I mean, I really believe Truck tried to win. He didn't force things. And again, we're up 3. You know, we're up 3. They make a hard shot. I mean, his 1 turnover was huge, but I mean, I don't fault Truck. He tried to do the things that he needed to do to win. KJ didn't score. You know, I mean, what did we miss? 8 shots inside of 2 feet in the first half? 8. We're not going to win. You know, I mean, it's simple. We're not going to win.
Coach, when you look at, you got Louisville, you got to go to Notre Dame, you got at Pitt. How big, listening to you now, how big of a task is this final stretch going to be for this team?
When has it been easy? You got to find a way, Justin. You know, I mean, we sit in here when we were down to 8 guys a year ago, and I told you we have to find a way, and we found a way. I mean, let's be honest. I love Cam Thurman to death. We're playing a 6'6", he's probably not that big, 6'5" center who couldn't shoot, but he did everything else for us, and he knew what he was doing, and I could make adjustments with him. The frustrating thing now is I can't make an adjustment. That's frustrating. Missoula wasn't. I mean, we all act like Missoula was like John Stockton, you know, he wasn't. He played hard. He competed. He had a great will. Couldn't shoot. But you know what? What I give those guys credit for is you walk in here during the day, those two guys were shooting free throws, man. And Cam Thurman was an awful free throw shooter. And he was in there all the time working at it. They wanted to win. You know, different. I don't see them freshmen in there all day. And I just told, I don't understand it. I don't get it. When I didn't shoot it well, I was in there shooting the ball, man. And I didn't shoot it. I told them, all this stuff for all you guys think you were. The truth is, I was the second all-time leading scorer in the history of Ohio whenever I got out of high school. And I came here, they said, pass the ball. I passed the ball. I want to win. Whatever coach said to do, I did. I mean, that's... And we've had guys like that. And we still do. I mean, you come in here, Truck and KJ's in there. They're playing 45 minutes a game. And Dennis has been much better lately. Much, much better. I mean, I'm talking much better in terms of listening, much better in terms of trying to do what I ask him to do, much better in terms of coming to practice to get better. Been much, 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 much better. But my God, Justin, look at the stats, man. If you shot it that bad, would you be jacking threes?
Do you think that your shooters today, and shooters generally in Division I, are as good generally?
They're better.
As when you played?
They're
in
better,
the
man.
70s?
They're better. We didn't.
Sorry?
They're better. People today are bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, and they guard better. Turn on ESPN Classic. We didn't guard. We used to think we did. We didn't guard. We stood off of guys. And I watched Georgetown and Syracuse. I just flipped it on. I get insomnia. Actually, I can't sleep. And I turned it on, and they're standing Syracuse in a 2-3 zone. They got 5 guys inside the lane, man. And then they ain't come close to making one. It's different. It's different. Kids are way
At
better.
halftime, you had 16 points tonight.
Yeah.
Isn't that strange?
Not whenever you hold the ball.
I'm sorry.
Not whenever you hold the ball. That's their strategy. It's a good strategy. It's worked well for them.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.